The first step is to not avoid, right?
Yeah.
And second step is to prepare appropriately. So what goes into that? How do you recommend someone prepares for a conflict?
Yeah. This is juicy stuff. Well, yeah. First is, there are a couple of principles I use. There's some books by the Heath brothers that I love, and so a lot of terms that I use. The first is to shrink the change. One of the funnier terms, but more useful terms a friend uses. Can you find 10 seconds of courage to send that email? Can you find 10 seconds of courage to pick up the phone? And you're like, okay, for 10 seconds, I'm going to do it.
I love the way that you phrase that, man.
And so, the first is, but that's just the first step, right? The second, what they like to say is script the critical moves. So when one of my clients was dealing with the temperamental boss, I told her, you need to think about, go ahead and anticipate what his main barriers are. Like, what do you think his responses are going to be, and how are you going to respond to his? How are you going to counter those, right? Then don't just write them out. Practice them in front of a mirror, like rehearse. And so now you gain more traction, right? It's multisensory learning. You're not just seeing words on paper and studying. You're just like, hey, I need to recite this out loud, so that in the moment, it's kind of like when during the sit-ins, right? They practiced with people that were sympathetic to the cause, and they had them, deal with, he's gonna put a cigarette butt on your shoulder, right? He's gonna shove you, he's gonna yank at your clothes. You need to be ready for this, so that when you're on the field and it's game time, you don't just shrink, because you're only as good as your habits, you're only as good as your muscle memory, right? So if I had to sum it up in 3 kind of microwave steps, the first, can you find 10 seconds of courage? 2, have you done your homework? Did you prepare your quote weapons appropriately? And then 3, do you believe that you can get to a good resolution?
Hi everyone, I'm so proud to announce that the Unlimited Potential Show is now an internationally chart-topping podcast. Now, if you haven't already subscribed, you can do so by clicking the links below. Like and comment for more videos.